Beware, Oblivion is at hand. I remember putting that code into Turok 2 at like a Future Shop, or, you know, for you guys, Best Buy kiosk, like, whenever this came out. What? This came out 2000? Welcome to Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. I've been meaning to play this for quite a long time, because it's been quite a long time since I've actually, you know, booted this up. It's, of the first 3 Turok games, it's actually my least favorite. I'm sure there's some good points, and I'm sure we'll talk about them. Now, one thing Turok 3 does really cool is that it has some pretty elaborate cutscenes with, like, facial motion capture and shit. Or maybe not that. That's probably way later. This is more like we just animated their faces, because usually it's just bobbling heads in most N64 games. Turok, help! Oh, that's the exact same ugly kid model from Turok 2. No, it's not. No, it's not. Maybe it's not. A flesh eater! Watch out, Turok! They're poisoning the water supply! He's got no dick to shoot, therefore you have no options here. He's like, it was just a horrible nightmare. Then he turns over in his bed, and there's a flesh eater sleeping next to him, and he's like, damn it. I knew it. Man, it's not a lot of stuff around there to go do.
Josh? What's wrong? Are the nightmares back?
It looks okay.
I wish you would talk to me, Josh. You've been such a help since Brian died. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been here for us the past few weeks. Why won't you let me help you?
The child.
What?
Huh?
The child. The child is the key, Danielle.
I don't understand, Josh.
I don't expect you to. I'm not sure I understand myself, not completely. All I know is that the child is the key.
Yes?
Whatever happens, Danny, whatever happens to me, you must not let the family die out. The 3 of us are the only members of the Fireseed family left.
Procreate!
If the family dies, the lineage dies. If the Turok line does not continue, the balance will falter. If that happens...
What? Joshua, what will happen? Please tell me.
They'll make the Turok 2008 reboot. Which we don't talk about. That looks like a tiny house. The scale looked a little off to me. So that's Joshua Fireseed. He's from Turok 2. But they just kind of throw you into this. Like, this doesn't feel very connected to the events of Turok 2, because all that was just talking Ada the entire time. You'd have no idea that Turok has this weird, not weird, but normal fantasy life. His eyes are open, I can see them. He's faking it. Oh shit, like, could they be any louder? What if they're huffing
You're too loud.
No! Turok's thinking what I was saying. Wow, those were some piercing rounds. Yeah, you go check, Jerry. I'll stay down here.
Josh? Joshua?
I heard a Mag 60 go off.
Be quiet.
Shut up, Joseph.
Are you all right?
There's a bunch of JoJos. There's a Joseph and there's a Joshua.
We have to help him.
Get out! Get out now! We're not leaving without you! It's too late for me! The 2 of you have to get out of here, now!
Take all the cerebral bores with you, though! Oh, we're gonna get all fancy with this. These cutscenes, for in-game cutscenes on the N64, these are incredibly elaborate and impressive.
Oh, Josh! No!
Get out! Get away from here.
We can't leave you here.
Not much choice, my brother. Go on.
Oh, Jesus, give us some warning. And it's just one flesh eater. am Turok. That's what he should have said.
Josh. It's over.
Put your hands on the wheel, girl. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Ah! Oh my god, is that Oblivion? That looks like a Todd McFarlane creation. There's our Adon. A complete character redesign from Turok 2, but whatever.
This is the Chamber of Voices. We must wait here. The council has summoned you.
The Chamber of Screaming Voices.
I am Adon.
Joshua spoke of you often. He's dead.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Be still now. The council is here.
Why did they change everything? What the? Oh, I forgot about these guys.
Your companions are strangers to us.
These are the keepers
What's with the
of
ball
light,
gag, lady?
The vessels of our hope. They are Turok, as was their brother before them.
What?
Turok?
We're not a Turok.
Adon,
Silence! The word betray your weakness. The sons of stone have failed. A new course must be set.
Silence!
Speaker, can the woman bear the burden?
Silence!
Too long we have cowered like children. We are the Council of Voices. A new course must be set. There is no other course. What folly is this? We've always known this day would come. Speaker, can the woman bear the burden?
I do not know, Council.
And the boy? Let them choose. If the burden proves too heavy, all is already lost.
Adon, I don't understand any of this. What burden, what choice? None of this makes any sense.
One of you must take up the mantle. One of you must become the son of stone. One of you must become Turok.
The death of your brother leaves us no choice. Only Turok.
That one's the weirdest one. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on there with the face proboscis. So yes, now this is the other cool thing about Turok 3, and I'll always give it credit for. You can pick two different characters, and they have like a lot of different abilities. It's down here. Is adept with sniper weapons and moves silently. He can squeeze into tight spaces easily and is able to use night vision goggles. So he can take different routes through levels that Danielle can't. She's skilled in the use of explosive weapons and the energy grapple. So she goes basically high and he goes kind of low. She's also able to jump higher than Joseph. And that's really cool for a first-person shooter. I can't think of many, especially of this era, that would do that. Very ambitious. And that's the problem with Turok 3. A little too ambitious. I think I'll go with Danielle, though.
I will bear the burden of my fathers. I will wield the light.
Be warned, child. The burden is heavy. Once
You're gonna have to scream, "I am Turok," pretty much every 5 minutes.
I am not afraid.
It is done.
So it's a pretty cool story setup. So they just throw you into this future city. That's the other weird thing about Turok 3, is that I kind of find it just throws you into scenarios and you don't really have a lot of context for them. I mean, there's at least a little bit of context for Turok 2, like with Adon telling you like exactly what you have to do, and like, you know, the death marshes. Speaking of death shit, there's a lot of Cthulhu up there, and I'm here for it. I love that for me. It's really weird. It's like all three Turok games on the N64 had all this strangeness about it. Like, not all of them, every one of them had their you know, strengths and weaknesses. Like Turok 1, it's really linear, you're seeing the same stuff all the time. Can I not go? There you go. You're seeing the same stuff all the time. It's a bunch of key collecting, but it runs really well, and it's fast, and it's more or less, you know, simple to play. And Turok 2 got really, really ambitious, has thousands more weapons, looks way better, but, you know, its level design is not without fault. And Turok 3 is like a mix of both of that. That makes any sense? And like, one of the things I find just in general about this game that's like kind of disappointing is that, like, yeah, it doesn't feel very Turok-y. Like, we're already in like a future city, and like I didn't even know that Turok 1 or 2 was in the future. Like, what happened to the Lost Valley? The Lost Lands? How did Turok get out of it? Joshua Fireseed? Like, where did Danielle and Joseph come from? Like, there was no connective tissue. Maybe there was the Acclaimed comics, and they expected you to do that shit, which I'm not doing that shit. I wasn't reading Turok comics at that time. I can't think of many people that were. I just wanted to play cool Turok video games, and they kind of didn't take those fans into account, which is kind of sucky. Is this a death right there? I'm assuming there's an enemy somewhere. A little angry dog? Hello, angry dog. So I'm playing arcade style controls, which is basically their kind of knock at GoldenEye. They're like, GoldenEye, nobody plays that. I'm like, no, everyone plays that, idiot. Alright, we had someone that had a rough time. Hello, Mr. White Suit. I don't know what your deal is. You're very clangy when I hit you. Now, I don't know if this can be hit. We'll try it. Is this explosive? That should be a video series. Is this explosive? And you just shoot things in video games. It is not explosive. Holy crap. Ooh, power-ups though. Boiler room key. Gonna have a match with Mankind, hopefully. Well, not Mick Foley. You should probably not. If you see Mick Foley out in the streets, do not ask him to do a boiler room match. I don't think he can anymore. It's Trey Dark down there. I don't know. It's quite scary for a Turok. I'm just starting out my Turok adventure. Like, you can't just throw me in a super dark hallway like that. I gotta forget that. Now, I know what most of you are thinking. Matt, even though you shouldn't have an answer for this, but I do, why isn't there a Turok HD? Turok 3 HD? If there's 1 and 2. Well, I can't answer that by saying Night Dive Studios was able to get the source code for Turok 1 and 2, but Turok 1 and 2 had PC versions. Very interesting PC versions. Who the hell are you? And there was no PC version of Turok 3, so it's incredibly hard to get the source code for that now.
Please don't hurt me.
I won't hurt you. Can you take me out of
I
here?
lied. I'm gonna hurt
Follow
you.
me. It's right
Oh,
up
damn,
here.
I can't actually hurt you. So now we're on the city streets in a Turok game. Again, it's a little weird. Just throwing you in here. Like, again, if the game kind of went like, oh, here's the story so far, and caught you up a little bit, and, like, here's the problem. A gigantic first-person city in an N64 game, probably not the best idea. Because the game, like, I find that this game runs worse than any Turok game. On the N64. Like, I haven't played Rage Wars in a bit. Holy free holies. Fuck, that took longer than I care to admit. Alright, there's a pistol clip. Let's get the pistol. I miss Adon saying pistol. You know, it was very comforting. Like, it's really cool that they were like, you know, let's try to break out of what we've been doing, which is a bunch of jungles and stuff. Dude, there were no fucking jungles in Turok 2, almost. Yeah, there was none. There's the death marshes, I guess. That's about it. Now you have space cops. So we're gonna have to find some other way to get around that shit. How about jumping? Because Danielle's good at jumping. Alright, so now we've moved on to the back alleys, where all the cool shit happens. The problem is that, like, hallways and, like, office buildings and stuff, that's kind of old hat for first-person shooters back in the, like, you know, the whole appeal of Turok is that it was in forests and jungles and fantasy environment. Dude, I'm trying to talk about Turok! So when you throw it into, like, a place like this, it feels less special. It feels a little less unique. And I get how maybe the developers were kind of like, man, am I sick of fucking jungles? Dude, I get that. I got you. Alright, anything in this dumpster? No, just me. Where I belong. So just giving out full transparency. It's like Turok 1 and 2. You start those games up, and I know them pretty well. Turok 2 especially. You know, I've done videos on Turok 2 already on this channel. Turok 3, I remember very, very little. Because I remember as a kid renting it, not liking it, and just never renting it again, really. I did play the multiplayer for a bit. That was mostly why I did it. But the single player, like, I don't even know what the second environment is. I really don't. So this looks like this would hurt me. Just Ooh, but that don't hurt me. That's a good thing. Looks like gonna have to jump! Nice. Okay, let's investigate this fucking jump. Don't tell me you can just walk over it. Oh, that's why. This edge. Okay, this is fucked because because this treasure trail of Turok life tokens goes over here to make you die because this edge does not jut out. You want to go over here instead where the edge is farther out. I'm going to make this jump now, no problem. Why did they do that over here? Put it over here. Watch this. I'm going to ace this now. Watch, 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 watch. Damn you, Acclaim! Austin! Iguana! Oh, Jesus! Dude, you didn't even know I'm here? Wow! Turok 3. Damn.
A grappling hook.
Ooh.
This should come in handy.
I got the grappling hook. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. So this is Danielle's specialty. This is what she's honed for years. Energy grapple. Okay. And I'm gonna fire this like a weapon. That's pretty cool. That's a cool thing to add. I'm surprised that works as well as it does. It kind of reminds me of that little grapple gun gadget that you get in 007 Agent Under Fire. If any of you remember that. I have no idea what that is. If I didn't say this before, I'm not emulating this. This is the N64 version. The only difference is that I have an N64 modded with like a hard HDMI cable output. It's still one of the best purchases I've ever made just because it makes recording it way, way easier. It doesn't look much better, at least I don't think so. I haven't run like tests with my many N64s. Oh shit, man! I hope this works. It was a little dicey at the end, but it did work. All right, is that level? Okay, no, we're in the sewers. Let Civi know, everybody. Yo, actually, has Civi even ever done a Turok game? What the fuck? Let them know. Everyone complained to Civi 11. Like, if Civi's Patreon had a fucking tier where I can make him play whatever game, I'd make him play Turok Evolution. No, Turok Evolution's not a disaster. I make him play this, I guess. God, the Turok 1 and 2 remasters from that day are so awesome. It's literally just... Okay, everyone's doing remasters, right? Like, it's a thing. Now, Spyro and Crash and even Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the new ones, those are the remasters we want. Those are the remasters where the games were actually so bad technically, but because there was nothing really else to compare it to, it was what you had, right? Those are the remasters that we need. And the Turok 1 and 2 are definitely that type. And this is definitely that type of game that requires a remaster. But it's like, even more, I want Project Winback remaster. I want Hybrid Heaven remaster. I want stupid shit. New objective, evade the Oblivion spawn and reach the subway. Evade the Oblivion spawn. Is that the Oblivion spawn? You can't just throw that name at me. And I'm sure there's some of you out there. There's some big weirdos that I've met in the comments section on this channel. They're like, what are you talking about? Turok Evolution's the best one. I mean, to be fair, I'd never played any of the N64 ones, and like, I don't know what to say to that, so I don't say anything. Some Turok platforming's alright. My god, the Night Dive remasters did it way better because they added some quality of life improvements on how that works. But in this type of scenario, we'd have to go all the way back and try to... Okay, I don't want to deal with those zombies. Now, 61. In these scenarios, we have to go all the... Okay, is this a subway? Subway reached. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, Jesus. You know what happens when you're doing a subway section in a video game, right? It means you're going to run the fuck over. I wish Danielle could run. I really do. So don't dilly-dally or shilly-shally. Just get over here! Fuck. Happens every time with first-person shooters. Let's orientate ourselves. Anytime you're ready. Alright, cool. I want to jump down here on this side just in case, I assume. Am I going to get my head lopped off? We'll see. No, we won't. Thank God. Again, a level like this, really ambitious on the N64. I know I've said ambitious a couple of times now, but that's this particular game's problem. Turok 2 was showing signs of maybe too much ambition. It almost makes me think, since this was 2000 this game came out, and that's the same year as the fucking goddamn PlayStation 2, and a year away from the GameCube, I wish they had just delayed this game to be on those consoles. And they, you know, and instead of Turok Evolution, have done this.
Warning, track obstruction detected.
Sorry, what? Alright, almost to the front of the train!
Warning.
Is this okay?
In 30 seconds.
What? Where am I going? Should I have died here? Oh my god, I am actually... Yeah, this is most likely a fail state. I can't open up this door because there is no door. Oh, god damn it! There is no door opening button. You just get close to them and they open. This is turning out to be a video. It's one of those. I can't believe I have to jump one more time to get into this car. 31 seconds. Let's see, Matthew botch this. Just get to it. Get to this break. Why can't? Okay. At least they knew not to make that time limit too strict. Alright, so we're back on top side level. I have to jump my way out of it. It took some damage. Not gonna lie. I miss dinosaurs. Do you remember the dinosaurs from Turok? I miss them.
Finally got back to the breach. Now to get up there and stop Oblivion.
We're gonna stop Oblivion with my shotgun. Okay, cool. And like, why don't they find flesh eaters if they're the main force? I want to talk about that for a second, just because the flesh eaters were like a bonus enemy that you can only fight in certain scenarios in Turok 2. But they were heralding like Oblivion as the next boss of the next game, which is a really cool way to do it. But then it's like they killed Joshua in the starting cutscene, as we hilariously saw, and then it's kind of like the first level is like, no, don't fight them. Again, because Turok does put a story forward, you expect the story to why can't I? Why? Okay, just give me a second. How about now? Now is good? Okay, cool. Oh Jesus, the breach. Oh my god, what the fuck? You sure? Wow, cool! Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Taking care of this Oblivion gunship! Turok! That is a video game boss right there. We just went through that.
Report, Speaker. Was the breach sealed?
No, Council. Oblivion has entered the time stream.
How has it manifested
What?
itself?
It has infested the bodies of the dead and dying. The infection has created horrible mutations.
Can you track its movements?
Yes. It is keyed on an energy signature emitting from a military research
Well, with the
facility.
boob jiggle,
What is
damn.
the source of the signal?
It is unknown. But the signature that it's tracking, it is the origin signature.
So, it intends to hunt them down.
Huh? What? Like, there's no subtitles option, so I don't know what to do. A military installation. How thrilling.
Joseph!
Jesus!
Gave me a heart attack.
I'm sorry. I guess we've each got reason to be a little jumpy.
Where's Adon? Where the hell are we?
I don't know.
Well, there's got to be a reason why we're here. Let's check it out.
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Joseph's a fucking dork.
Oh, no.
Biocontainer. Be careful. I'll go home.
That way. See what you can find. Lock that door from the other side.
Where are you going?
To see if I can make any sense of that.
Okay, so we're separating? Yeah, zoom in on that face. That's good, that's good. You do that. Hey, so that's about all I want to play at Turok 3 Shadow of Oblivion. Again, I've said it a million times, this game was trying a lot of crazy things that the N64 probably shouldn't have been asked to do. And yeah, this is way, way rougher than Turok 1 or 2 that I ever remember being. But let me know what you guys think about how this game holds up. You know, wow! Why couldn't I go through? There's like an invisible wall. And in general, any other N64 games, look at his spirit go away, that was hilarious. Any other N64 games you want me to play on the channel, let me know. Of course, always search the channel first to see if the game you want to see I've played before, because that happens an awful lot. So let me know, and I'll see what I can do for you, fellow Turoks.